Okay, we're jumping right in because there is a massive development in the Nancy Guthrie case. Just a little while ago, this story took a huge turn, and we're going to break down exactly what's happening and what it all means. And just to give you a sense of how big this is, a former FBI special agent, Nicole Parker, is already calling this a treasure trove of information. So, this isn't just some small step forward. It's a potential game changer for the entire investigation. So, what is this major break? Well, it's the headline everyone's been waiting for. Authorities now have a person detained in connection with the case. That's right, 3. Fox News is confirming through 3 separate sources that a person is in custody. This isn't just a rumor or speculation. We're talking about confirmed information from people in the know. Now, you gotta pay attention to the specific word they're using here, detained. It's really important. This means the person is being held for questioning, but it's not a formal arrest, and they haven't been charged with a crime. Still, it's the most significant move we have seen from law enforcement yet. And you can really feel that momentum building. Reporters on the ground were describing seeing SWAT trucks and a mobile command center rolling out just hours ago. This wasn't some quiet, behind-the-scenes thing. It was a big, visible surge of activity, and it was all leading to this. So you have to be asking, how did investigators get to this point? Well, the answer almost certainly lies in the key piece of evidence we've been talking about, that digital footprint, starting with that absolutely crucial video footage. All of a sudden, it wasn't just a ghost. Investigators and all of us had something to look at. You could see the suspect's eyes, the eyebrows, what looks like some facial hair. But it was so much more than that. Analysts were pointing out the really strange way the gun was being held, those specific shoes, and even that very distinctive backpack. Every single one of those things is a potential clue. And this really speaks to how investigations work today. A suspect might think they're being clever with masks and gloves, but like former Agent Parker said, there is always a digital footprint. They always slip up somewhere. And in a case this huge, you better believe the FBI is going to leave no stone unturned to find that slip up. But beyond just the physical clues, that video gave experts a real window into the suspect's mind. And what they saw, well, it was actually pretty surprising. According to retired FBI profiler James, this person's actions just don't scream professional. I mean, think about it. A pro brings duct tape. They don't just grab flowers from the garden to try and cover a camera. A pro would carry their weapon like they've done it 1,000 times. This whole thing, as James put it, just wasn't implemented all that smoothly. The profiler's analysis paints this incredible picture, suggesting this person's entire idea of how to commit a crime probably came from movies and TV shows, and not the very good ones either. The big takeaway here is that investigators were probably dealing with an amateur, someone on their first time out, not some criminal mastermind. Okay, so you've got the video. You've got a profile of the suspect. So how does the FBI actually turn all of that into detaining a real, live person? It's a whole process. It all kicks off with the public. Those tips come flooding in, and you have analysts working 24/7, just sifting through everything, sending any credible lead to agents in the field. At the very same time, the tech teams are digging into cell data, Wi-Fi logs, all the digital stuff. Every single piece of information, whether it's from a person's phone call or a data packet, becomes one more piece of a giant puzzle. And at the end of the day, as much as we talk about AI and all this incredible technology, former agents will tell you that human intelligence is still the most powerful tool in the box. The breakthrough here was likely that perfect combination, a crucial tip from a person, backed up by the high-tech analysis needed to prove it was the real deal. So, with one person now detained, where does the investigation possibly go from here? It's interesting. The whole focus kind of flips now. Investigators are going to use everything they learned from this person to go backwards in time. They'll start building a super detailed timeline, they'll look for any accomplices, and they'll use this new info to start definitively ruling other people in or out. It's all about turning a person of interest into a rock-solid case. And that's where we are at this very moment. A person is being questioned, and it is by far the biggest break in this case. But the question is this the end of the mystery, or is it just the beginning of a whole new chapter? This might not be the end of the story, but it sure feels like the end of the beginning. We'll be following every development,